going to support the survivors at the vigil at 5 o'clock this evening outside Leinster House.
Senator Van Turnhout.
Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone who attended a joint briefing that I organised today on the Magdalene report with Amnesty International, ICCL and Justice for Magdalenes. And I do hope that we have that debate at its earliest opportunity. Today, hopefully, is day one of justice and that we see. And that when we have that debate, though, Leader, I'd ask that we'd have appropriate time to also give scrutiny to any redress scheme that is being proposed. That is not just a reflection of the past, but we also look at how we restore into the future. I'd like to welcome the publication by the Children's Rights Alliance yesterday of its report card 2013. It's a really comprehensive report about the government's promises to children. Overall, the government got a C grade, but on the subject of today, which is child poverty, I'd like to reference what Senator O'Brien today, actually what was published, and I don't know if it is the Mangan report, but it was the first report the Mangan group was put online, which is indeed dated March 2012. So I would like to see clarification. Is that first report the report, or is it? So perhaps we could get clarification, and we need to see the report. But I am concerned, certainly reading the leaks over the weekend, and for me as a legislator, I can't believe that I'm now having to stand and talk about leaks over the weekend of a report that we've had a debate here in the House on the Social Welfare Bill. We've all been asked to act responsibly, and yet we're not being provided the information. In the Children's Rights Alliance report, child poverty, the Department of Social Protection got an F grade. Rarely does the Children's Rights Alliance hand out an F grade. We have seen increasing in child poverty figures in Ireland, and what we have found is that if we leave child poverty untackled, it goes on into teenage, and then it turns into significant experienced life poverty risks. I do feel, reading the reports of the weekend on whether we should means tests or tax and what the Mangan report is going to come out with, I do feel it's a bit of a Groundhog Day. This was first mooted in April 2009 by the then Minister Lenihan that we'd look at this. I remember coming out and debating it. I used the same speaking points. I haven't had to change my speaking points. The debate should be moving on, and I would call that we'd have a debate in this House. And finally, I'd like to ask the Leader for clarity from the Minister for Justice and Equality on when the Family Leave Bill will be published and when the consultation process with social partners can be envisaged. The EU Parental Leave Directive needs to be transposed into law by March 2013. So the clock is ticking. I know it's on the legislative list for government, but when will that bill be published so that we can uphold our obligations? Thank you.
Cahirley, the phrase caveat emptor or let the buyer beware is one that I thought had vanished into the mist of time, and that we had